Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Cecily Tynan, Rick Williams, and Monica Malpass.
Good afternoon. In the news, Fred Goldman tries a new career on the airwaves.
Firefighters can only stand back and watch after a blast at a Texas oil refinery. And thousands flee their homes in Japan after the discovery of an old World War II bomb.
But the big story on Action News this noon is a scary morning for Action News itself. Our helicopter, Chopper 6, crashed this morning on its pad at Penn's Landing with 2 people inside. It happened seconds after takeoff at the Sterling helipad. The chopper flipped on its side and slammed into the ground. Both the pilot and the Action News photographer aboard were able to escape the crash without serious injury. For the latest on their conditions and more on the crash itself, let's go live to the helipad at Penn's Landing and Action News reporter Kathy Gandolfo. Kathy.
Well, Monica, it certainly was a close call this morning, and we do have a damaged helicopter, but thankfully no serious injuries. It was about 6:20 this morning when Chopper 6 was taking off from the Sterling heliport on Columbus Boulevard at Penn's Landing. The chopper got about 15 feet off the ground when, according to photographer Bob Kravitz inside the chopper, warning sounded, and pilot Paul Larson struggled to control the aircraft.
I looked over to Paul, and Paul looked over to me, and I saw him struggling with the stick of the helicopter, and it started to fishtail. And if it wasn't for Paul Larson, the pilot, I don't think I would be here talking to you, because that thing started spinning and then crashed.
Kravitz was treated at Thomas Jefferson University Hospital and released. The pilot, Paul Larson, was uninjured but also evaluated. Kravitz says once the chopper landed on its side, there were some very tense and long seconds.
When it finally settled down, we kept hearing the rotors hitting or spinning, and we were just praying that they wouldn't come through the cockpit.
Chopper 6 is an Aerostar helicopter owned by Sterling and leased to WPVI. It was taking off to shoot aerials for the morning newscast when the crash occurred. Now, we are back live now. You can see Chopper 6 inside the hangar here at the Sterling heliport. The FAA has begun its investigation, and later this afternoon, federal officials from the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board, along with mechanics and engineers from Eurocopter, which is the company that manufactured the aircraft, will be here this afternoon to begin an extensive investigation to try and find out what caused this morning's crash. Reporting live on the Action Cam from Penn's Landing, I'm Kathy Gandolfo.
All right, thank you, Kathy.
All right, time